family, what's good, man? Let's get into this video. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about trading EAs, the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of people have moved on from MetaTrader, and there's a lot of futures trading going on, and I'm going to get into a lot of this stuff in this video, so this might be a long one. If you have some coffee or whatever your favorite drink of choice is, please go get it right now. And, you know, pause the video, go get it, come back and sit down, and let's have this talk, because this is a conversation that needed to be had. And now that I got a few new subscribers, I figured y'all guys are interested in automated trading. So as a software developer and a person who tells everybody the truth, if you hit me up privately and ask me questions, I don't tell you the thing that you want to hear to spend money with me. I tell you the truth. I've turned down a lot of money, which honestly, if I hadn't, I'd probably be in a lot better financially situation as far as money that I'm making outside of trading, because I turned down a lot of people, and y'all know that. Those are the, y'all know I try to be as real as I can. It ain't even about just being honest. It's about being real and not just swindling money from people, because that's something that I don't like, and I'm not cool with that. So let's get into it. The first thing, so why does trading EAs have a bad name on YouTube? Well, the reason that you hear a lot of people on YouTube bashing trading EAs from a person who started out using trading EAs and losing a lot of money, it's because a lot of times when you get an EA, the EA is just not good. Why is that? Well, a lot of times when people buy EA, they buy them with the wrong intention. A lot of people buy EAs, trading EAs. What is an EA? An expert advisor. An expert advisor is a robot that is designed to trade for you so that you don't trade on your own. Okay, for those that don't know, I want to speak to people who are new. This is an intro video to people who are new to automation. And AI, algorithm, all that stuff is different. So I'm going to talk about everything in this video. So let's get started. Let's keep going. Okay, so that's what a trading EA is. The reason that they have a bad name now is because people who sell these, majority of the popular people who sell these are selling them with the intention of selling you something that will get rich, make money, trade for you. The only thing that's true about that is it'll trade for you. The problem that I've seen, and what I ran into as a person who started out trying to get an EA to trade for me while I learned how to trade. That was my intention. So my intention was pure and good. And that's most people's intentions. Even though some people really believe there's a get rich quick scheme to it, life, trading, anything. Like, there's no get rich quick scheme to nothing in life. People have to really be real and understand that. If it sounds that way, the person who's doing that is monetizing the dream and selling it to y'all. So you understand, you're going to hear me talk about the scam side of this a lot in this video, because that's what the problem is with trading EAs. They're associated with scammers. So let's get into this now. Most EAs, and why this happens, is simply because most people do not let you know what the strategy is that the EA is using, okay? So when you purchase the EA, you're thinking, this guy has a bunch of followers. He's telling me about an EA that made him quadruple his money. He made 60,000 in 1 hour trading with the EA, or whatever stupid nonsense people say, right? When they do that, that's the influencer, the marketing for you to get the EA. Now, that result is possible. Don't get me wrong. That is a possible result. However, if you don't know what's happening, you don't know how to get that result. Buying the EA is just part of it. See, a lot of people don't tell you that when you purchase the EA and you just click allow automated trading, it's going to make you rich. And that's what's being sold to a lot of people. And that's the problem. The problem is you need to know what the EA is doing. You need to understand the conditions. And you really should know the basics. You don't have to know how to trade, but you should know the basics of what to look for. So you should know levels. You should know price. You should know, hey, is it bullish or bearish? You should know at least those three things, okay? You should know what the price is, where the price is at. Is it going up or down? So now, once you know those things, your EA, you need to understand when you turn your EA, what is it actually looking for? A lot of people, when they make an EA, they don't show the strategy because they're too busy worried about people seeing the strategy and saying, hey, that doesn't work. Because there's a person out there, no matter what strategy you use, that's going to have videos with a bunch of followers saying that doesn't work. Then there's going to be somebody out there who that's solely how they make their money. Why is that? Is one of them lying? Is one of them telling the truth? Well, the simple truth is it really doesn't matter. It's about what kind of knowledge you have, what kind of trader you are, and what you're looking for. Now that's where you insert me, pause, and I come with strategies. So the difference between my EAs and most EAs that I see is that they don't have a strategy. You just put an expert on your chart and it works behind the scenes and you just don't know what's happening. We have custom indicators that we attach to our EAs so that whenever the conditions are being met, you see what's happening on the chart, you're learning from it, and when you enter the trade, you know why you entered the trade. Now, when you base that with my course or just common knowledge that you can find on YouTube, even though my course is saying a bunch of stuff that's not on YouTube, thank God. And that's not the plug, it's just to tell y'all the truth. If you want that knowledge, you get it. Then if you like it, then you just pick a strategy from one of the EAs. Most people hit me up and say, hey, which EA does this and that? I'm looking to do that. And I tell them my recommendation. And most times my recommendation is no, because they're just looking for something that they could click a button and get rich. And automatically, I'm going to tell y'all in this video, no, that is not what EAs are for. They're to make your trading easier. They're not to just simply trade for you and get you rich. You could turn the EA, and if the market condition is bad, the EA can blow your account. Now, do we have settings in the EA to stop that? Of course. But you could say, nah, turn all that stuff off. Why would you? Some people do it. I do it. I don't put no safety measures on. I barely put a stop loss on my trades. I do that though. See what I'm saying? But most people might want to say, let me just go wild because it's an EA, it's going to automatically make me rich, and they get in trouble. Now, have I had people do that with my EAs to my knowledge? No. Do I have returning customers? Yes. Most people who buy EA from me come back and they upgrade or they get a better version of the EA because they realize they're learning. So what is the difference? What should you look for with the trading robot outside of mine? Always look for a robot that you just simply know what's happening, right? So when you want to purchase an EA, make sure the EA you're purchasing, you understand what it's doing, okay? Don't purchase an EA, because I have EAs where you just put them on the chart and you don't know what's happening in they trade conditions. I know the conditions because I coded them, but without putting custom indicators on it, you don't know what the robot is doing. So what should you look for? You should look to see if an EA has a custom indicator. And I'm going to tell you now, majority of EAs do not. And why is that? Because simply put, the person don't want you to know the strategy. Most people don't want you to know their strategy. They want you to buy the EA. And if they want you to know the strategy, they want to now double sell you and teach you the strategy. Like with me, my EA, I recommend you get my course and then you get the EA, right? So that way you don't have to wonder when you see the EAs, you're like, okay, he talked about this. I know what this is. This is this chapter. And you could go on your own and you don't have to keep coming back. That's the whole purpose of my EA and what an EA should be about. It should be about a strategy that you coded into the robot, and the robot is now going to take that trade based off that condition for you, so you don't have to sit there in front of the chart. It's really to just get your time back, because even though a lot of people say in trading, oh, it's about time, you get your time back. A lot of my friends who are six-figure traders, real traders, they sit on the charts all day, okay? And they have robots and everything, and they still sit on the charts all day. They will sit in front of most of the people you see. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you how to identify these type of traders. Most of them have at least 3 monitors. And they sit in front of those monitors, and they're like managing hedge funds. They're managing accounts for people. So they sit there and they watch that price all day, because real traders know a trade happens all day long. Most people tell you, hey, New York or London, New York or London. What do you think they have a Sydney Asian session for? Why do you think they have that? Because those trades happen all day long. You just have to have the knowledge to know what trade, what pair to trade at what time. Okay, so trades are happening 24/7 on the market. They're not just happening during New York and London. Okay, so a lot of people know that who are using EAs, because we have software that's giving us the data to tell us this. Also, you want to be able to have data from your robot. You want to know why it took the trade. What was the reason behind that? You understand? So you want to know, hey, why did this happen? What occurred? Okay, so you want to be able to know what the robot's doing. You want to be able to learn from the robot. And you want to be able to make sure that the robot is just a good quality robot. Some robots don't have much settings in them. Maybe a lot size, a stop loss, and a take profit. And then it gives you some basic settings about the strategy it's using, but you don't know the strategy, so you have no idea what's going on in the inputs. The number 2 thing I see people doing that they really should look out for, when you get an EA, please make sure you have access to the person who made it, because you're buying it And if you don't know what's going on, once you put it on your chart and go into the input settings, you don't know what you're looking at. It may say method 2, method 3, method 4, and you say, why is the EA doing this? Why is the EA doing that? You don't even know what the methods are, because whoever coded those methods, you don't have access to them to ask, hey, what does method 1, 2, and 3 mean? So now you have an EA that you probably brought from some weird, shady place. You probably could, people buy EAs from very weird places. I was one of those people that was in the groups and people say, hey, try this EA. And someone recently just gave me somebody's EA for $3,000. It was a $3,000 EA. It was an influencer's EA. He asked me, could I just look at it and see what it's doing? And I looked right at it, and I won't even say the person's name because this guy is very big in the YouTube community. Matter of fact, right now, there's some beef going on where people are refunding the EA. The EA is horrible. And I'm like, wow, he sold this EA. They said he made $2 million or something crazy like that from the EA. And I'm like, that's crazy. Now, this is what gives EAs a bad name, because this guy is a big influencer in the market. He's named after a car for the messy people who want to know, because people are going to message me privately. Yo, who is it? This is so-and-so. He's named after a car. That's the biggest clue I could give you. And there's a big thing going on with his EA. Somebody sent it to me to look at, and I was very surprised at how basic and nonsensical the EA was. And I'm like, see, this is why people who take time and put a lot of things into the EAs to make sure they're actually good, we gotta now deal with going through the 21 questions because your favorite YouTube influencer burned you. So now when you get a person who's legitimate, they come in and now they have to go through the whole, buyer's remorse from a customer or client because they got burned by so-and-so, Lamborghini FX. Okay, so that's a problem. And now, as far as these robots that's going out now, these are more primarily targeted towards futures. So you're going to start seeing me cater more towards the future side and options too. I'm not going to just stick to one. Because I started out trading futures and I tried options first, and then I went to Forex, right? And I thought this community was cool. And in my years, now that I've been here going on 5 years, I'm disgusted at like primarily 90% of what I see. And most of these people don't know how to trade, and they're just influencers. So they're selling their influence and they're monetizing. And I'm not mad at that, but I just got to tell the truth to the people that watch my content. I want y'all to be able to have somewhere to come and be like, yo, you know what? If I ask him a question, he's not doing it for the money. He's going to tell me the truth. Do I want the money? Of course. If I sat here and tell you I didn't, of course I want the bet. I want my EA to be the biggest EA on the planet. Here's the truth about that. Once your EA makes close to $500,000 on a broker, and I've seen this happen before my EAs even hit $500,000. Once they see that EA has made that much money, they will blacklist the EA. I've had a couple of prop firms where I had to sit down with them and go through their legal legislation and show that my EA is supposed to be acceptable under their acceptable law of what an acceptable EA is. Because most brokers have like rules that if your EA falls into those rules, grid trading, high frequency trading, all of these things, your EA gets blacklisted automatically as part of the rules. My EA is automated strategies, so there's no way to blacklist my EA legally, right? They do it anyway, and then I have to sit down with them and they have to unblacklist my EA. So for people who don't know, whenever I change my strategy or tweak it, usually what I'll do with my strategy is I'll add something to it to give it a higher percentage, and then I'll just put it out as an update. And people were saying, hey, well, if I buy your EA, I always give people access to upgrade the EA for like a small fee. Why is it a fee? Simply put, it's business. I have engineers and coders that work with me, and they ask for a lot of money to do those upgrades. And I'm gonna be real, at this point in time, I'm probably just now breaking even. And now that I got another round of robots, I'm back in negative with the amount of money spent versus what I made. I am not in profit with this, but I'm doing it so in long terms, I'll have a company that will make some kind of residual money on the outside of trading for me, because even if you're a full-time trader, you should always have some kind of extra income. And that's why these people who call themselves traders, these influencers, are saying that, because that's what they do to make you feel okay with spending money, because they'll pretend like they're these traders and they don't need your money because they're so good at trading. They make 60,000 in 5 minutes and da-da-da-da-da. That's all lies. They're not doing that well at trading. Most of them can't even trade. And the reason I know that is because I take strategies and I automate them. So when I'm able to look at a strategy, I have to understand what the win rate is, when those conditions are favorable, how often those conditions are met. And when I do my research as a strategist and a coder, as a developer rather, I can see that these people don't know how to trade, because when I look at this strategy and I automate it, I'm like, the win rate on this is like 20%, 30%. So in most conditions, this will lose. And if it's a 1-to-1 and your win rate is a 20% win rate, that means you're losing 80% of the time. So you're all but blowing your account if that is the win rate, right? It doesn't take rocket science for me to explain that and y'all to get what I just said. That's just where we're at with that situation. Okay, cool. So I'm telling y'all, that number 2, it's just people don't understand. Number 3, and I'm not doing this in any order. I'm not even gonna put like no special editing on this. I'm just gonna have a conversation with y'all. Number 3, the number 3 thing I've seen people doing that's bad. Y'all get the EA from like a group. Pardon me. Y'all get the EA from like a group or somewhere, and someone passed it along. And you can probably make a couple dollars like that, but in the end, you're gonna want to know what the robot is doing and be able to have access to somebody that can teach you and show you what the robot is doing, so that you don't have to be struggling to try and use it while you're learning how to trade. Because the whole purpose of EA is to make your life easy again. So you just want to be able to have access to the author of the robot, or at least the person who's marketing the robot. That's handpicked by the coder. And that's where you want to go, because you want to be able to have your questions answered. You don't want to just spend all this money on a robot and then you just stuck. People DM me all the time. Sometimes it's annoying because I could tell they have never used the EA before, but I push them through it, and guess what? They come back later. They had their first 100 pip trade, their first this is the most money they ever made. And I screenshot all that, and I'm gonna put, if you go to the website, you'll see testimonials. Those are real testimonials from my Discord or from my YouTube channel. That's not something that's made up. Like, some people pay for testimonials. That's not made up stuff, right? I'm proud to say that. And when they say, hey, this is my first 100 pips, this is my first trade that made this much money, I'm happy, because that means that now you're inspired to really understand what's going on with the robot, and now you're in for the long haul and you're gonna start learning. So the robot is teaching you how to go from 20 pips to 100 pips, or from $100 to $8,000 and all that. And people be like, wow, well, will it do it all the time? No, I'm not gonna say a lie to you, but we will teach you how to do it. Now I have clients. Pardon, I was about to say students. I don't want to call y'all students clients, because I'm not a teacher. I'm just showing y'all what I learned. I have clients now who are not automated no more. They started out with the robot, and now they're using the strategy they learned from the robot, and they're trading manually on different platforms outside of where my robots are. And they're winning. They're killing it. So I got one guy, he's showing me every morning, he's making about $3,000 off what he learned from the robot. So the investment he made on the robot, and he bought the Pirates Vision system too, the most expensive one. And that was a great investment, because now in the last 3 days, I see that he made his money back and then some. See what I'm saying? In the last 3 days, he's doing great. So it's good to see that. So I could look at 4 years later, I might not be the most influential trader. I might not be the most influential person on YouTube, but I could look back and say, hey, look at all the people that I told them this was going to work if they just stuck to it, and they stuck to it, and now they're successful. So I'm happy to say that. So that means that my job was accomplished with these robots. And that's why I make this video, to defend trading robots and let you know that they're not all bad, but majority of them are, because it's a crash grab, because people are using the ideal of you wanting to get rich quick against you. Okay, they know that's what you're thinking, and they're gonna sell you some garbage. If you want some good stuff, you gotta put a little work into it. It would be nice if people understood my mission and kind of shared it a little bit more. Tell people, hey, this guy is selling these robots that's gonna teach you how to trade. It's better than you paying every month $100 to sit in a group and get bad signals and be, watch a person trade and drive around in their car off the money you're spending, when you could just get the robot and learn from the robot. You buy it, it's a one-time purchase, and you're gone. You go about your day. It's an investment. That's what I tell people. It's an investment. You go about your day. Just sit down with the robot on your own personal time. Give it a couple months, and you'll understand what's happening, and you'll be able to execute those moves on your own. You'll know exactly what price is doing. You'll know when you should take a trade, when you shouldn't. You'll know what to look for to enter the trade. I already got a bunch of clients that already are doing it. Okay, so I'm making this video for y'all, so that for those of you that are new to this, you understand what you're getting into. No, my EA, no EA is going to be a click a button and get rich scheme. No, it's not going to happen. You need to monitor the robot. You need to know what settings to put in the robot. If you're on a 4 hour and you put a 10 pip stop loss, that may not be a good idea on the 4 hour. 4 hour that's a long time for a drawdown to a pullback. Now let's just talk basic trading. If you put a 10 pip stop loss on a robot and you're on a 4 hour and it pulls back, how many pips is it going to pull back on a 4 hour chart? If anybody wants to answer that in the comments, go ahead, please. Now, if you don't understand that simple thing, you may put on a robot and watch it back up 100 pips on you thinking it's going to work, because that's what you think of robots when you don't understand the strategy. Now, if you know the strategy and you see something like that, you go ahead, let me just close the trade. Let me wait for the pullback. Let me tell a robot re-enter. Let me turn it off, turn it back on. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a little bit of knowledge. It ain't going to do everything for you. The robots are going to trade the conditions that it's told to trade, and that's it. So a lot of people may go, I lost a trade for 200 pips. I'm like, well, where was your stop loss? Oh, I didn't have one. Who told you to do that? Oh, it just don't work. No, it works. You were in the wrong direction in the trade. If you are backing up 200 pips, robot or not, you should have enough knowledge to know, if I'm watching myself go 200 pips negative, you are in the wrong direction of the trade. Now, you might even see that, and the next thing you know, you come back the next morning, 200 pips in the other direction, and you were in the right trade, you just didn't have a big enough stop loss. Still, I tell people, hey man, when they ask me, what are you doing? I close it. If the trade is not in the direction that the indicator is showing me it should be in, I close it. Yeah, there's just pullbacks sometimes, but hey, on a 4 hour chart, a pullback could be 60 pips. On a 1 hour chart, it could be 30 pips. On a 15-minute chart, it could be 10 pips. It's about what you're willing to risk. And there's the risk to reward ratio. You need to know all that stuff. You need to know those. And I ain't gonna say all that stuff. That's basic stuff. You need to know what a 1-to-1 is. And, you know, you need to understand time frames. You need to understand levels. Just certain things you need to understand. Can I teach it to you? Of course. Can you learn all that from the course? Of course. But if you don't know any of those things and you're just coming into Forex or futures or options saying, hey, I want to get rich, bad idea, because it's going to take time. You're going to have to learn those things regardless of what you purchase. I don't care what course you purchase. I don't care what robot you purchase. I don't care what one-on-one you purchase. You need to learn those basic things. Once you do that, then the EA is there to make it easier for you. The indicator is there to give you the data so that you can make a decision on your own. That's what's going to happen from that. All right. So hopefully this video was helpful. I gave y'all 3 things to look out for. And, you know, like I said, there is a sale on the futures robots that we are releasing today. I have to go do paperwork. So if you make the order, you have to give me time, depending on when you watch this, to get back to fulfill the order. So it might be a couple days. I'm warning y'all. But I put up an introductory sale price so that y'all could get it before it goes to the regular price when I get back, because in a couple of days, that price that it's at now, it's not going to be that price. I'll tell y'all what the futures robots is going to be more expensive. And the reason for that is because it was a lot more that had to go into making the robots, and considering futures versus Forex, there's just a lot of upgrades that we did, and it cost me a ton of money. But once again, though, if you're trading futures, for the people that already are there, y'all kind of understand you're dealing with it's a big difference in the money you're playing with. You're not going to be trading futures with no $10. You're not going to be trading futures with no $100. So you already kind of know when it comes into this market, you're going to be spending a lot of money. So you need to look at anything else that you're spending money on, whether it be courses, whether it be EAs, indicators, whatever, as investments in a write-off. And I hope some of y'all be writing this stuff off. I hope y'all be doing that, but that's another conversation. But it's just going to be part of your investment, okay? You shouldn't be coming to futures thinking, hey, I'm gonna get rich in futures with a $100 robot and $100 in my account. Those 2 things are not gonna happen. So for people who trade futures, or you want to trade, you could use these robots on anything, Forex, futures, options. But if you want to trade futures, you should understand that ahead of time, because a lot of people who I see trading, when I see what's in your account, when I'm doing business with some of these people, I'm like, well, you shouldn't even be trading live if this is what's in your account. But I'm not, you know, I'm not nobody's father. I can't tell them what to do. But if you got a little bit of money in that account, I don't even understand why you putting the pressure on yourself and trading that. going through that whole process. Oh, I'm going to flip this $60 into $600. Don't even do that to yourself, man. Just trade the demo until you get the hang of your strategy. Or if you got an EA, trade the demo with it till you get the hang of what it's doing, and then go live with some real money, you know, with some decent money, some money that you can use to make money. Because putting in what you're willing to lose, at a certain point in time, you have to realize if that's what you're willing to lose, right? You ain't really ready to be here trading like that. And I'm hoping that me saying that is not trying to make no one feel bad or put you down, because it's okay to be, you know, have $100 in an account. But if you're trading that, you're putting a lot of psychological stress on you that you don't need. Just save the money, keep compounding it. People always ask me all the time, what is your recommendation? When I started trading, I traded with $1,000 in my account. That's what I started with. I started with a band in my account, and I kept just using that 1,000. Every time it would go down to about 400, I would bring it back to 1,000. And I started on Trader's Way with $1,000 in my account. I could still log into that thing and tell you in 2019, I started with $1,000 in my Trader's Way account. And then I went to Hugo's Way. I went in there with 1,000. My first time being profitable was on Hugo's Way. And I remember I compounded from 1,000 to 3,000. And then ever since then, I kind of was just able to keep doing that. But I definitely had times when I was still going crazy. Like when I would do Forex, I would go from 1,000 to 3,000. Then I would go over to NAS or US30, the main ones, and even Bitcoin, and I would get knocked right back down to a little over $1,000 again. So I would just eat up all my profits and go, wow. Then I'll go back to Forex currencies, which is much slower, and I would build my account back up, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, go right over to NAS, boom, back to 2,000. So I would get to the point where I was able to get my account up, but I'll end up giving the money right back. And then I got to the point where I found the pairs that I like, USD JPY, and I would just eat and run that up. And I would just stop messing around with US30 and NAS, except occasionally. I would wait till I seen like a nice move, like a level on that 1 hour where I was like, oh yeah, if I run and I lose, I'm going to lose a little. If I win, I'm going to win a lot. So I was always going for 1 to 5s, minimum 1 to 3. That's always the type of trades I take. And that's what I would go for. And imagine a 1 to 3 on US30. So that's what I would do. So that's how I built myself up. And I told y'all in another video, I started out in the demo, I would do 10 winning trades in a row. Once I hit 10 winning trades in a row, I would go live and trade. If I started messing up my live trading to punish myself, I would have to go back in the demo for 10 winning trades. My last time that I went in the demo, as a punishment to myself, I did 30 winning trades in a row. And when I came out of the demo, I was good. I was good after that, because a lot of times when I was losing, it was my discipline. My discipline was bad. So I was taking these trades and I was trading stuff that I shouldn't trade, time frames I shouldn't trade, things I shouldn't do. And I was just, and then like one of my people in the Discord said, the problem with robots is you start to trade too much. So I would be trading a lot of things, and I tell people, hey, you only need 1 or 2 pairs. And that's it. That's all you need. And I would be trading, y'all see me, I would be trading 60 trades, 80 trades a day. And yeah, I got to the point where I was actually winning, but then I started running into the problem where I was winning so much doing that the brokers were starting to mess with me. The prop firms were starting to mess with me. Oanda kicked me out recently 3 times. Oanda kicked me out 3 times, bro. They told me I have to set up a whole new email and everything if I want to come back. And of course I did it, but I started getting kicked out of regulated brokers. And I was like, yo, I'm following all y'all rules. I got to the point where I knew the deal, had to contact them and speak to them. And they were like, yeah, yeah, you're right. They still didn't want me there. And then I started realizing a lot of these YouTubers are liars, because when I was taking these prop firm challenges, I was trying to get to the top of the leaderboard. And I could, every time I would start getting profitable, 9,000, 10,000, they would find a reason to deny the payout and then kick me out and tell me I'll breach my account. And I started posting those messages on Instagram, and I was posting them on YouTube in my stories. I said YouTube stories. I was posting on YouTube shorts and in my Instagram stories, right? And I was wondering why. I was talking to my mentor about that, because he trades live mostly. He don't even care about funded accounts. But I was like, yo, how come I'm the only one I see going through this? It said, yo, either everyone's lying and not really trading, or something's wrong with me, because there's no way I'm sitting here getting kicked out after 1 or 2 payouts every time consistently. And brokers are starting to block me, breaching my accounts, telling me I gotta come back and start over, and denying payouts, saying some trades didn't happen. I would record everything, so I would have to show them the ticket, because you get an order ticket every time you place a trade, and they would get back to me, and then I wouldn't hear anything. Then they would tell me, hey, they're gonna send me this or give me that, but they're not giving me this and not giving me that. I'm like, bro, this is a scam. Even these brokers is a scam. These prop firms is a scam. So that was one of the reasons I felt like, okay, good. I got an EA that I'm learning to use so well that you guys are simply kicking me out and telling me blah, blah, blah. Like, I had a guy in the Discord, he said, yo, his robot's not working. He sent me the journal of what it said. They had blacklisted my robot. I had to contact that broker. I had to contact that prop firm and tell them, hey, this is not what you're supposed to be doing, yada, yada, yada. And then they straightened everything out and unblacklisted the robot. But then I'm like, I felt bad, because then it's like, okay, if this is what you're doing, can we trust you? Me personally, I don't tell people the brokers and prop firms no more, because if they're doing that to me, I don't feel right promoting them to you guys. So I'm like, hey, I know they're doing this slimy shit. I'm not gonna, when people go, hey, what are you using? I'm like, look, man, and I gotta always say something negative about it. And that's what I don't like. I'm not a negative person. I don't like being negative. So it's like, if I gotta tell you something negative about them, and I gotta give you this, yo, let me tell you the truth. Yo, come here. Yo, blah, blah, blah. Don't use them because this is what they doing to me. I just get to the point, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about these brokers and prop firms that I'm using, because I know they're scamming. They're kicking me out. So I was now fast forward to current times, and now everybody's getting kicked out of their prop firms and brokers because they didn't have enough money to pay. So now all of a sudden everybody's seeing what I've been seeing. Where was y'all 2 years ago when I was telling y'all this was happening to me? I had one guy posted my certificate for FTMO. He said the certificate was fake. And I asked him, I said, why are you saying my certificate is fake? He said, because there's no barcode. And I'm like, this is the thing about trading. He don't know that there was a time when you didn't get a barcode on your certificates. I was trading before all of y'all came with these barcodes and people stealing certificates and stealing barcodes and all that. I was doing it before that. And I was getting kicked out before that. And so I said, yo, for these last 2 years of me getting kicked out, where was y'all? Y'all got 100,000 subscribers. Y'all not, yeah, I just made 60,000 in 5 minutes. I'm like, and you got to pay out? Because my broker told me they're not giving me 60K. They'll give me 6 and tell me that I better take that and sit the hell down. That's what my experiences was. So when I seen that I was going through that, pardon me, it made me realize that something's not right in this community, because how come I'm the only one that's going through that? And I'm not saying I'm the only person trading, but I'm telling y'all now, most of these people do be lying to y'all. So I'm giving y'all the truth in this video. I appreciate y'all that take time to watch, because I'm telling y'all something here. And I'm telling you, if you just do a little looking, you'll see there's no reason for me to be lying. 1, 2, I've been posting this stuff telling y'all this, and people are now starting to see what I've been telling y'all. A lot of this stuff people are not trading. That's telling y'all, promoting courses, promoting prop firms, promoting brokers, promoting EAs. They're not trading. So you can't really trust that anyway. I'd rather build a business on honesty so that it could be a long-term business than I do what these people do, where every year there's a different company they're promoting. I see that most of these influencers, the one thing they have in common is they have no consistent company that they're with. I have my same company from the time I came here, and 4 years later, this company's still here, and I still have repeat customers and clients. These people, every year, if you go to Trustpilot and look them up, they got a different company. The company's getting slandered and bashed, and then you see them with a new company. And I know that's part of the scam too, because the banks don't want to do business with you unless you are a face of a company and the company has been around for a couple years. And now I see why they do that, because if your business is not legit within 2 or 3 years, people are going to know that and find out, and then you're going to have to start all over. So to keep from being a grifter, you know, you have to have something established. And I hate to use that term. I learned it from Coffee Zolino, but it's true. Most people in the trading community are grifters. They just promote something, get a check, and then once that money's up, they move on. They have no established credibility. And I'm telling y'all the difference between an established person and a person that's not, because there's a few people on this platform on YouTube that are like that. And I know one day YouTube is going to have the grifter apocalypse, just like I said, we're going to have that with Forex, right? They're gonna eventually have to at some point come down on these people that get on here and just be coming up here grifting like that. You know, they're just promoting the next hot thing to y'all, and y'all want to get rich quick, so y'all fall for it. I get it. The lifestyle, the Lambo got y'all hooked, and y'all out there just getting swindled. And I'm really trying to set the balance and just do honest work. Like I said, my company has been around for 4 years. I haven't changed the name. I haven't moved around. Now, does it get to a point where you may have to do that? Of course, there's legal reasons for it. I have a friend who has a company now. It's a more brick and mortar company, and he had to change the name because of some stuff that happened. And it wasn't no bad swindling and scandal and nothing like that. But like I said, these people don't even change the name. They just drop it and move on. There's no established.com that's been around for years. And I've been in the game way less than these people, but I've had that one company way longer. I've had Trade Game Official for way longer than these people who've been around here for 5-10 years have had their whatever. And like I said, if a person does have a .com and they've been around as long as me, and you look them up and look up their business, you're going to see a lot of people saying a lot of nasty shit, because this is the real reality of it. So, like I said, I have a lot of repeat customers, and I'm just telling y'all the truth, because a lot of people just simply either are new and then they catch on and move on silently, or they just don't know. But you got to be careful. So these EAs, make sure that they have a strategy, make sure that you can learn from them, and make sure that you have access to the person who's authoring, promoting, or coding them directly, because those are going to be the only ways that you really should even be buying them. You shouldn't be getting them from a Telegram group, a WhatsApp group. If the person is selling it to you through WhatsApp and Telegram, I hate to break their bubble and pop their hustle, but that's not legit. You should always worry about somebody selling an EA that they do not have an established.com for. That's a red flag right there. Oh yeah, get the EA. I'm gonna send you an invoice on WhatsApp. Well, who? And then you find out the EA is some EA that was on eBay for $30. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people do out here. And if you get caught like that, you're gonna have a bad taste in your mouth for trading EAs. You're not going to mess with them no more. And sorry the video was this long. I kind of had to make this video long just to give y'all the actual content y'all needed to hear about trading EAs, man. And I wanted to have a long talk. That's why I couldn't be outside. It's very cold in New York today, and I have to go take care of some paperwork. So I'm probably gonna be gone for a couple of days. But like I said, the introductory price for all the MT5 futures robots is out. If you have MT4 Forex robots, those could work on futures as well too on MT4. But I'm just gonna warn y'all, well, not warn y'all, I'm gonna give y'all some advice. You can upgrade. I've made sure that people can upgrade to the MT5 robots for like just a little bit less. Well, not even a little bit, a substantial amount less than just buying it all over for MT5. So if you have a robot that is working on MetaTrader 4, you can upgrade to the futures versions on MetaTrader 5 for like a third of the price. Like I said, it costs money to redevelop, so please don't cry to me, well, I gotta pay for an upgrade. It's a whole new robot. It's not an upgrade. I'm giving y'all that option. I'm being nice, because when you nice people complain they ass off, y'all don't know, I could be a motherfucker if I want to. So don't cry to me, hey man, why can't I just have it? No, I couldn't just have it, so you can't just have it. Y'all be just like not, but then you go over there and get finessed by Maserati FX. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear from you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the best I can for y'all. So anyway, it's your boy Jimmy, man. I'm in the video here because, like I said, I do gotta go get my hair cut. I need it bad, as y'all can see. I'm gonna have to cut my beard down. My beard be looking wild. But yeah, so that's what it is, man. I hope you people are safe out there. Like I said, get the price while it's at the introductory price, because in a couple of days that price is gonna go up. And I hope y'all are safe out there, and I hope y'all ready for futures, because y'all gonna start seeing a lot of futures content from me as well. Y'all even gonna see me trading some options and stuff. I'm gonna be trading a bunch of things. I'm gonna start being all over the place with it in a minute. Just give me time, man. But I gotta get my time back. So like I said, go check out the website, tradegameofficial.com, and keep in mind, like I told y'all, a lot of these people who y'all be listening to and y'all be getting mad, always remember, if they don't have no established .coms or digital stores where you could go look and see, and I'm not talking about these third-party stores either. I'm not talking about Barnyard / Maserati FX. None of that nonsense. I'm talking about a .com, a LLC, a S Corp, something where it's established. If they don't have that, and they're telling you purchase this on WhatsApp and Telegram, Not all of it is bad, but I'm just letting y'all know where you playing. When you see that Telegram link or that WhatsApp link to do business, I'm telling y'all where y'all playing at, because they could have came to someone like me and established their business. And the reason I'm so passionate about blowing that up is because when you go to the bank and you got to open a business account and all of that, and they see all of some of that stuff that's going on, they're not going to mess with you. So you got to have all that stuff established. I have business credit and business lines, and I have all that stuff because I had to do this the legal way. Your website has to be up to a certain standard and all of that for them to mess with you. And the banks are not going to mess with you primarily if you're messing with trading. And if they mess with you and you're trading, it's because your business is legit, and they messing with me. So I'm letting y'all know that that's legit business. If I had a lot of this nonsense going on, I would be over here with barnyard.com/JimmyFX.CryptoSmash, all that nonsense you be seeing. And I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all something that a lot of them don't like when I tell y'all, but I'm telling y'all the truth, man. I'm telling y'all how to do your business. Stop buying EAs on WhatsApp. I'm sorry, man. Let me stop. But just stop doing that stuff, man. Stop getting finessed for $1,000 for a robot that's $10 on eBay. Stop doing all of that nonsense, man. Stop. If you want to really learn how to trade, man, like how did my man Suge Knight say? You want him to stop dancing all up in your videos? Come to Death Row. So if you really want to learn how to trade, man, Trade Game Official, we got you, man. TradeGameOfficial.com, Trade Game Official, everything. And I'm out. Enjoy your weekend or your weekday, whenever, depending on the time of the day it is that you watch this video. I don't know when it's going to come out and when you're going to see it, but the sale will be live when you see it, like I said. And it's an introductory price when you see it. Like I said, when that price go up, do not cry to me, yo, what happened? I'm making a video, I'm putting it out there. Y'all be acting like y'all don't see it till y'all want to see it, and when y'all want to see it, it got to be what y'all want it to be. Yo, hit the notification bell so that you can get these videos when they go live, man. So stop coming late to the party, man. Stop being last to leave and stop being last to come and first to leave, man. Get it right. I'm out. Peace.